In August, the first year of the Tao-kuang reign, autumn of Xin-tzu year, 1821, the city government of Hangchou, capital of Zhejiang province, held a provincial examination to select provincial graduates, known as chü-jen. Provincial examinations were customarily held every 3 years in August during autumn. Hence, they were known as Shou-wei, autumn examinations. However, the provincial examination held in Xin-tzu was only 2 years apart from the provincial examination held in the 24th year of the Chia-ch'ing reign, 1819, for Jen-tsung Emperor, 1760 to 1820, died in the 25th year of the Chia-ch'ing reign, 1820. Hsüan-tsung, 1782 to 1850, succeeded the throne. The name of the reign was changed to Tao-kuang, and a special irregular provincial tribute examination was held, known as En-ke. My ancestors migrated from the north to Wuzhen County, Wuxing City, Zhejiang Province, during the end of the Ming Dynasty. My fourth great-grandfather, the Honorable Song Yueh-ch'iao, went to the city of Hangzhou in Xin-tzu year to participate in the provincial examination. In the examination hall, he met Mr. Ling from Renhe County, Hangzhou City. When the results were announced, both attained the chü-jen degree and became tong-nian. In the past, those who participated and successfully passed the same provincial or metropolitan examination, or successfully passed the provincial or metropolitan examination in the same year, addressed each other as tong-nian. It was a social custom in the era of competitive examinations, known as ke-zhi. The counties of Wuzhen and Renhe are neighbors, separated by a few scores of miles. In the following years, the Honorable Yueh-ch'iao and Mr. Ling communicated regularly and became close friends. In February, in the spring of the second year of the Tao-kuang reign, 1822, Mr. Ling arrived in Peking, the capital, to participate in the metropolitan examination, known as Hui-si. After passing the examination for Gong-si, he could then attend the confirmatory April Palace examination for the ranking of metropolitan graduates, known as Jing-si. Since the reign of Qianlong, palace examinations were held on 21st April in the Hall of Preserving Harmony in the outer court of the Forbidden City. The examination questions were prepared by the emperor. Thus, the term palace examination or court examination. The metropolitan examinations were also customarily held every 3 years during spring, known as Chun-wei, spring examinations. With the ascension of Hsüan-tsung as emperor, a special irregular tribute metropolitan examination was also introduced. Mr. Ling attained his Jing-si degree at the Ren-wu year, tribute palace examination, in the second year of the Tao-kuang reign, 1822, ranked second class, number 46. The Honorable Yueh-ch'iao participated in the palace examination 7 years later. He attained the Jing-si degree at the Ji-chou year, palace examination in the 9th year of the Tao-kuang reign, 1829, ranked second class, number 103. My departed father, Mr. Song Xunlun, wrote 2 colophons on the title pages of Volume 1 and Volume 3 of an index of Jingsi records on stone stelae from Ming and Qing dynasties. The colophon in Volume 1 reads, "My third great-grandfather, the Honorable Yueh-ch'iao, original name Ping-yuan, attained the Jingsi degree at the Chieh-tzu year examination in the 9th year of the Tao-kuang reign, ranked second class, number 103. This is documented in Volume 2 of this book, page 1026, and Volume 3, page 2787, also chronicled in the Gazetteer of Huzhou, attentively recounted by Song Xunlun, November 1981, during a sojourn in Hong Kong. Seal impression, seal of Song Xunlun." The colophon in Volume 3 reads, "The Honorable Yueh-ch'iao was appointed to office in Fujian. The Tzu poet Zhao Ling, original name chin-shih, Jingsi of the 2nd year of the Tao-kuang reign, his collection of Tzu poems, titled Xiang-xiao Zhou Xing Tzu, wrote, to the tune Mo Yu Er, farewell to Tongnian Song Yueh-ch'iao leaving for office in Fujian. To recall supple vista of opulence on Celestial Avenue, hooves clopping, hasten onward, musings for home. Plum blossoms bloom and brim along the tavern road. Another morning of reed flowers and fall gusts. Alas, you have left, carrying my eyes by a boat in autumn river. 10,000 miles, can it be so? 1,000 miles? Who can match an official vacation such as yours? Green hills here and there, only everywhere. Writing poetry, indulging sceneries. Do not be weary, stooping for stipend." Across the world, it is nonetheless fine, but still no finer than the fairyland of Wuyi Mountain. Infinite green in the city of Yong, flowing like river. Drum in morning, adjoin in evening, routine of an official, ever arduous to adjust. So adapt with a nap in yellow silk blanket. Conduct the office in a state of repose. Look forward, my friend. Raise the cranes, wind the zither strings, or under red banana trees. Idle and disused, the hall of litigation. Only children galloping by on toy bamboo horses, giggling and saying, "Find out the taste of lychees." My ancestors came from Wu-chen of Zhejiang province. From then we partially resided in Fujian. The Tzu on the right excels in both sentiments and vistas, so I beseech the painter Chen-Jiezi to paint Farewell by Autumn River, and inscribe this Tzu on the painting to chronicle the literary friendship of my ancestor with an eminent figure in Tzu poetry. Seal impressions, Yueh Li, seal of Song Xunlun. In the 76th year of the Republic, 1987, I was 25 and studying in England. My father wrote me a letter. It reads, "To Sun Kong, my third great-grandfather, the Honorable Yueh-ch'iao, your fourth great-grandfather, attained his Jingsi degree in the 9th year of Tao-kuang reign. The court appointed him to Fujian to the position of district official in charge of prefecture. So, those district officials in charge of prefecture with Jingsi qualifications were called Lao Gu Ban. His friend from Hangzhou, Zhao Qiuling, original name chin-shih, was also Jingsi of Tao-kuang period. He excelled in poetry and Tz'u and wrote Xiang-xiao-jiu-xing-zi, was an eminent Tz'u poet. He specially composed the Tz'u to the tune Mo Yu to bid him farewell. I read this Tz'u in Xiang-xiao-jiu-xing-zi and particularly asked Uncle Chen Chieh-tzu to paint Farewell by Autumn River for remembrance. Uncle Chen specialized in figure painting, and he was a famous painter in Taiwan. There are less and less figure painters nowadays. The composition of this painting is elegant and delightful. The two main characters in the picture cannot bear to part. They keep talking endlessly. The boatman in charge of oaring is waiting impatiently. He even rested his head to sleep. The expressions on everyone are just as alive. The concept is exceptionally subtle. Unfortunately, a few months ago, when visiting Hong Kong, Uncle Chen had a heart attack and passed away. This painting is even more precious. I specially requested someone to take a black and white photograph. The original painting is colored. The photographer claimed for effect, black and white photograph is clearer than colored photograph. A copy is to be sent to you. A copy is to be sent to Dan Yi. You are unable to come home frequently to appreciate the original painting hanging on the wall, but you can regularly amuse yourself with the photograph. This painting is a work of art with literary value. Besides, it is a story about our ancestor. It deserves to be truly treasured. I am also enclosing a photograph of the painting gifted to me by Pu Xingyu. This is indeed his masterpiece. The colophon recounted our friendship. Words by Father, 21st January 1987. This is the photograph of the painting. Uncle Chen Chieh-tzu inscribed to the tune Mo Yu on Farewell by Autumn River, with an additional colophon which reads, My friend Xun-ren asked me to paint the picture Farewell by Autumn River, using the meaning of To the Tune Mo Yu, a Tzu poem dedicated to his third great-grandfather, the Honorable Yueh-ch'iao, by Mr. Zhao Qiuling from Renhe. The rain had stopped, and the window was bright. I wiped clean the inkstone to write this. I am afraid the painting is unable to depict a fraction of the scene on that day. Painted and inscribed by Chieh-tzu. Seal impressions, the House of Chen, Chieh-tzu, Spring Water Tower. The colophon did not mention the year nor the months of its execution. When my father wrote the colophon in an index of Jingsi records on stone stelae from Ming and Qing dynasties in the 70th year of the Republic, 1981, he already mentioned the painting by Uncle Chen Chieh-tzu. Hence, the painting should be executed in 1981 or earlier. I have seen a simpler version of Farewell by Autumn River by Uncle Chen Chieh-tzu in the market. It was inscribed with Wu year, 1978. Hence, one can conclude that Farewell by Autumn River was painted in the 67th year of the Republic, 1978. The original name of Uncle Chen was Liu Sen. He preferred to use his Tz'u, Chieh-tzu. He was a native of Yueh-ch'iao, Zhejiang province. He was born in the second year of Hsüan-tsung reign, 1910. According to my father's letter, the year of his death should be the 75th year of the Republic, 1986, and not the commonly acknowledged year of 1987. Another 15 years passed. In the 91st year of the Republic, 2002, I was 40 and permanently living in Taiwan. My father wrote me a letter. It reads, To Sun Kong, I received the photographs of the Confucius Temple in Peking you sent me. It was actually my first time seeing this group of stone stelae. It is very meaningful. Zhou was a Jing-si of the second year of the Tao-kuang reign. The time and interest he endeavored in poetry and Tz'u far exceeded those he spent in officialdom for glory and profit. He participated in the examination for Jing-si in order to attain the social standing of a scholar, as not to be looked down upon. That is why, in his days, he only taught students, a means to make a living. He was once selected to be a district official somewhere in Sichuan province. Because of illness, he did not go. To the tune Mo Yuer, he presented to my third great-grandfather, the Honorable Yueh-ch'iao. He addressed him as Tong-yen. I guess they were both successful in the same provincial examination of Zhejiang province. Hence, he called him Tong-yen. It was necessary to attain the qualification of chü-jen first. Then it was possible to attend the metropolitan examination in Peking. We are native of Wuzhou of Zhejiang province. He was native of Hangchou of Zhejiang province. So both of them participated in the provincial examination of Zhejiang province in the same year. Provincial examination was very important. Han, 1803 to 1864, participated in the provincial examination of Fujian province. His papers happened to be allocated to the room where the Honorable Yueh-ch'iao was assigned, and they were highly appreciated by him. He took them out and recommended them to the Grand Minister Examiner. This laid the foundation of the rapid advancements in official career for Han later on. Hence, this disciple was indebted lifelong to his Minister Examiner. Minister Examiner must be a qualified Jing-si. Whenever a provincial examination was to be held, the provincial governor would invite a few provincial officials with Jing-si qualifications to take up the posts of Minister Examiners. In autocratic era, for the emperor to rule the whole country, the class of Jing-si was the emperor's instrument of governance. Father, 27th September 2002. My father mentioned the stone stele in the Confucian Temple of Peking. This is the Confucian Temple on Guozi Street that displays stone stele carved with names of those who attained the Jing-si degree from the Yuan, Ming, and Qing dynasties. In former times, scholars paid great attention to public examination. However, they did not necessarily behold blind faith. My father wrote an inscription on the page that documented the names of Jing-si in the 9th year of the Tao-kuang reign in an index of Jing-si records on stone stele from Ming and Qing dynasties. It reads, My third great-grandfather, the Honorable Yueh-ch'iao, was ranked second class number 103, attentively recounted by Xun-leng. As eminent a scholar as Tz'u-chen, his name was ranked third class. Public examination certainly does not deserve worthwhile conversation. Tzu-chen, 1792 to 1841. Tz'u, Ren, Yu, Ping-yuan, original name Gongzuo, native of Renhe, Zhejiang province. He obtained the Jingsi degree at the Ji-chou year palace examination in the 9th year of the Tao-kuang reign and was ranked 3rd class, number 19. Hence he was a Tongnian of the Honorable Yueh-ch'iao. Gong was deeply interested in the Confucian classics in official script of the Han Dynasty, history, Mongolian language, geography of northwest China, philosophers in the 6th century BC to 221 BC, Taoism, Buddhism, epigraphy, as well as mathematics. His poetry and writing are encompassing, stylish, and individualistic, certainly an erudite scholar of his generation. However, his path in public examinations was full of setbacks. Since attaining the chü-jen degree in the 23rd year of Chia-ch'ing reign, 1818, in the next 11 years, he participated in 6 rounds of metropolitan examinations, including 2 special irregular tribute examinations, and failed in 5. Only until the 9th year of the Tao-kuang reign did he pass to become a Jingsi. In view of this, public examination was altogether inadequate to gauge one's learning. The works by Hsüan-tsung is Hsien-ssu, also known as Hsien-ssu. The second character Xiao and Xiao are occasionally interchangeable. There is a prologue written by Yueh-ch'iao, original name Jen-tsung, on the 3rd day after the Dragon Boat Festival in the 28th year of the Tao-kuang reign, 1848, which is equivalent to the date 8th May, Chinese lunar calendar. The calligraphy in official script on the title page was written by the distinguished seal engraver, calligrapher and painter Tzu-chen, original name Tzu-chen, on 1st January of the 29th year of the Tao-kuang reign, 1849. There is a postscript by Xu-jie, original name Nai-an, written after January of the 29th year of the Tao-kuang reign, 1849. We can conclude that Hsien-ssu was published in the spring of the 29th year of the Tao-kuang reign, 1849. In the postscript by Xu-jie, he wrote, "In Ping-yuan year, 1846, I was an official in Lanzhou. I heard Zhou was gravely ill. I rushed a letter and said that I would soon fix a date to return. Why not wait a while for me to resign in Ding-wei year, 1847? Halfway on my journey, news of his death arrived. After my return, I sought his manuscript. My cousin showed me a copy and said, 'This is a collection of Tz'u poems written by my father. It has been edited by the hands of Lady Wu Pingxiang,' and Wei-zhibo wrote a prologue. Mr. Zhou became gravely ill in Ping-yuan year, 1846. In the following year, Ding-wei year, 1847, the 27th year of the Tao-kuang reign, he passed away. Lady Wu Pingxiang was a close literary companion of Mr. Zhou. She was a well-known Tz'u poetess and was entrusted to edit his works. Her original name was Zhou, native of Renhe, Zhejiang province. Her works are Hua-lian-ci and Xiang-nan-xue-bei-ci. The Honorable Yueh-ch'iao, his original name Ping-yuan, Tz'u, Chen-hui, Wei-qing, Yueh-ch'iao. In the public examination records of Wuxing City, it was documented that he was appointed district official of Jianyang County of Fujian Province. In the biographies of eminent men from Huzhou, it was so recorded. Song Ping-yuan, native of Wuzhen, he was a calligrapher of the Qing dynasty. He studied the calligraphy of Su and particularly distinguished himself in the calligraphic style of hollow strokes. He obtained the Jing-si degree in the 9th year of the Tao-kuang reign, and in the 13th year of the Tao-kuang reign, 1833, he was appointed district official of Ming-xi County of Fujian Province. He was also appointed district official of Gutian County. From this, we learn that the Honorable Yueh-ch'iao was consecutively appointed district official of 3 counties, Jianyang, Mingxi, and Gutian of Fujian Province. His works, in 6 volumes. There is a prologue by Chen Gongfu, original name Shou-qi, dated 3rd May, summer of Gen Ying Yan, the 10th year of the Tao-kuang reign, 1830. Some lines read, the county magistrate Song Yueh-ch'iao from Hui'an was assigned to the office in Fujian through his Jing-si qualification. He once showed me a few volumes of his writings titled As for his writings on the Confucian classics, they are certainly backed by broad citations and vast learning. From this we knew that the Honorable Yueh-ch'iao had already arrived in Fujian by the summer of 1830. Hence, to the tune Mo Yu'er by Mr. Zhao would be composed in the autumn of the 9th year of the Tao-kuang reign, 1829, over 190 years ago. There's another prologue by Wu Boxing, original name Hsiao-ming. Some lines read, in Yueh year 1835, I came to inspect this land. Song Yueh-ch'iao visited me at the commissioner office. He showed me his works and beseeched me to write something to be placed in the front. Yueh is the 15th year of the Tao-kuang reign, 1835. This book should be printed in that year. I once read the article An Investigation on the Authorship of by Mr. Luo-ling. It is an important study on my ancestor. 40-something years ago, my father was living in Hong Kong. By chance, he came across to the tune Mo Yu'er by Mr. Zhao. At the time, mainland China had already fallen for nearly 30 years. For him to encounter a time-worn trace from our old family, it was a blend of joy and sorrow. In the 67th year of the Republic, 1978, he asked his faraway friend Chen from Taiwan to paint Farewell by Autumn River, to encapsulate the flavor of a bygone story about his 3rd great-grandfather. My father was anxious that the young generation might not treasure it, and the painting could be left in a state of desolation. So he wrote a letter to me in London in the 76th year of the Republic, 1987, to explain the context of the painting and to ease his worry that traditional Chinese culture would one day dissolve in our family. Another 15 years passed by. In the 91st year of the Republic, 2002, he faxed another letter to Taiwan to reiterate the story of the painting. The transplant of a classical literary tradition, how formidable is the task. Almost 20 years ago, I remounted Farewell by Autumn River into a hand scroll to be better suited for long-term preservation. 6 years afterwards, I asked my departed friend, Mr. Ying-tung, to write the title slip on the hand scroll. It reads, Chekiang painted Farewell by Autumn River. Ying-tung respectfully inscribed these words. A seal was impressed. Ying-tung is happy. A friendship formed during autumn examination, a Tz'u poem composed in the Tao-kuang era. In the span of 190 years, Not only has this sentiment of friendship not receded, it has been enriched, layered into ripples of diverse sentiments. The sentiment towards ancestors, the sentiment towards country, the sentiment between father and son, and the sentiment of friendships through a few generations. They have been transformed into artistic and literary expressions and appear in the mediums of colophons in books, painting, letters, and title slip of Hangchou. This is adequate demonstration that despite the innumerable catastrophes of this mortal world, only our fathomless sentiments are hard to extinguish